everybody, One of Wiisdom here. It is August 2nd, 9:38 p.m. and guess what temperature it is inside? Any guesses? If you thought 86, you would be correct. And I guess I should consider myself lucky, since it's a very humid 86, but I guess it could be one of the 9900 plus degree days. Bottom line though, where we left off with Skylanders, I was in a sweltering sauna, and Tuesday, I guess it was, yeah, yesterday, Tuesday, guy came out to fix the AC, which again was recharge it with refrigerant. And this guy came in, and bottom line, I'll be getting a new air conditioner Monday. It's one of those things I really would prefer not, like if it was a heater, I'd probably be like, you know what, screw it. It's like, I'll buy a blanket, you know, another one. But the air conditioner's kind of a big deal where I live. And so, since, you know, going ahead, getting the air conditioner and everything, is like, oh, I'll throw in the refrigerant for you, get you by till Monday. Well, guess what's done? The refrigerant the nut put in. So, that day, I think it was like 89-ish or something when he finally got here in the lunch hour, and I got home from work probably like 7:45, 8 o'clock, and I came up the stairs and I was like, oh man, I can tell a difference, you know, it's running, and looked at the thermostat and it was 79 if I remember correctly, and it had plenty of time. I mean, 12:30 to 7:30-ish is 7 hours, and it had tons and tons of time to cool this room off, and it didn't do it, and I got a bad feeling, and I was like, you know, I put my hand up to a vent and the air wasn't coming out with a lot of force. It was cold air, but it had like no force behind it. Sort of like if you give a straw and have someone blow through it, you know, that's got good lungs, then you give it to somebody that smoked their whole life and is on their deathbed, there's going to be a big difference in CFM, right? Air movement, cubic feet per minute. So I was like, hey, no big deal. I know what to do. I'll kill it, let it rest, charge up its lungs, get some energy back, you know, power nap, whatever it may be. So I showered, came out, had gotten back into the 80s. I turned it on, and by the time I woke up this morning, air conditioner was off because we'd finally hit the target of 74. And what I did, as I always do when I go to work, I crank it up to 76. Left work right about 7 o'clock tonight, a little earlier than last night. I was super excited. I was like, man, you know, I'm going to come in here and we're going to get chain reaction going, and I'll probably go ahead and do his path and might do Jingle Bell Chompy Mage or Forza and start stacking videos again. Well, as I ascend the stairs, I'm like, hey, it's pretty freaking hot again. What's the deal? And I was like, the air conditioner's running. You know, you could tell it was on. And I round the corner and I'm like, it's kind of hot in here, and I look at the thermostat, 86. So the guy claims he put 4 to 5 pounds of refrigerant in it. There's no way. I think it's like a 6.7 pound unit, or no, is it 7.8? 6.7 or 7.8. It's a 2-ton. It's smaller, but I don't know, man. I don't really think he did it. It's one of those deals like they tell you that they'll put it in because you're going to, you know, it's like if you were going to buy a car because yours was totaled, and the people are like, well, we'll give you a really nice loaner, you know, and if you're buying, say, a Hellcats, and you're thinking you're going to get like a Scat Pack or a Shaker or some cool, you know, at least an RT, and you don't even get a Challenger. They stick you in, you know, like a 99 Ford Taurus or something, you know. And you're like, really? Come on, man. And then, of course, that POS breaks down, and you're like, you know, the car's not here yet. You're just doing a dealer trade, get it in. And so, yeah, of course, being the time it is, I can't call them. They don't work. And I don't know. If there's background noise, it's the fan. I've gone ahead. This thing is awesome. This fan I've had longer than the air conditioner. It's like when the 2-head fans first came out, and you can control each one independently, and then they both toggle, and you can like tilt the whole unit. It's amazing. Honeywell put it out, and it's given me 0 issues. So it makes it bearable, but that's just because, again, I'm used to this. It's when I sleep that I have trouble, because I can't sleep when it's this hot. But like at work, I mean, I'm in a shop, 95 degrees. And then what's really bad is when you're in the shop and you don't have a breeze. But in terms of the heat, I can take it. It's just I can't sleep at all when it's this hot. It's absolutely miserable. So also of note, if I sound bad, it's because I've been grinding cast iron today. So if you ever want to know what you would look like if your skin was metallic, go grind some cast iron and enjoy that silver glow. So yeah, my nose is running really bad. It's a sauna up in here, and we're doing Chain Reaction, who is a super complex man, I tell you. You look at him and you're like, oh, he's a cool little, swashbuckling Viking tech guru guy, and he's gonna be like Linus from Stardew Valley or something. And the problem, I kind of went through some of his box stock stuff to get a feel for it the other day. I've got a clip I recorded where I plan to put it in. I tried in the software and it wouldn't work, but I plan to go into my other video editing software and just like slow motion it and see if I can count out the exact number of times both the chainsaw and Summon Invention hit, because it is insane. You're about to see it. But I don't know. Like I said, I'd planned to stack videos. I did a lot of Minecraft last night. I had a great time. It was in the 70s in here, and I finished an episode I'd started like 3 weeks ago. I looked, and my last Mind Logics episode was 5 weeks ago, which is crazy, but I've basically been going through about 5 weeks of nightmare scenarios every day. So I guess that's not too bad, but I was in here, I'd showered, it was in the 70s. I finished the episode and I just went exploring, and I had a wonderful time. And I thought one problem was kind of temporarily solved, at least until Monday. Nope, can't be that simple. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get this video done, edit it, have it rendering, and then I'm gonna shower. The shower is like the time that I can cool off momentarily, so you've got to stage it as best you can. But these attacks are insanely difficult to document, and we're gonna have to leave my confines down here and enter the academy. But chainsaw combo, also of note on the Earth Brawler video, many of you, at least the ones of you that leave me your feedback or tell me, seem to like the idea of my third option I came up with when doing the Earth Brawler, and that would be, I'll show you the Brawler stuff, we'll have like weapon power, we'll do secret techniques, and we will do, that's basically it. For a Brawler, we'll do that for a bow slinger, we'll do it for a smasher, and then the elemental attacks will be the same across the board apparently, and we can isolate those. So instead of one long comprehensive video 100 times, we're going to get to break it down a little bit easier. I still may go through and do the 100, I don't know. But nonetheless, if Activision sent out the crystals, I guarantee you I would do it. But I can't afford that stuff. I've got to buy an air conditioner, and YouTube's not going to pay a penny of it. So, yeah. It's amazing how expensive a giant pile of trash costs. And the issues, like, if you put copper with galvanized metal, copper technically on its own free will isn't going to rust, but with galvanized metal touching it, you're going to have the reaction, the galvanized will flash, and then that's going to carry over to the copper. People know that it's not going to be that much more expensive to do it, but it would cut into their profits, which, oh, we can't do that. So let's continue to crank out giant pieces of trash. So kudos to you, everyone in the air conditioning industry. I have no respect for any of you. There's got to be some engineer that's like, hey, this is bad, we could fix this, and then they submit it and it's like, hey, that's going to cost us money, moron. And it's just got to be the most frustrating thing in the world. And then for anyone with any experience with problems or intellect at all, you're going to realize it's a problem as well. So fabulous. Anyway, this is going to be in Fuego. He has probably the lowest attack number I remember. You see right there, his primary attack is just the chainsaw. The catch is if you start spamming it, you'll do 1, 2, 3. So the third is what I call the clap. You just, you know, kind of slice over each chainsaw, if you will. So this is the primary. How many ones and how many twos? I don't know. I don't know. I get that this is more realistic. If you had a chainsaw, you're going to get cut by every little tooth of the blade, right? But couldn't we have just had like 16 and 24, you know? I mean, it all adds up the same anyway. I don't know what the logic was here. But I will attempt to slow-mo that and count it. But essentially the way this works, we do 1 to 2, I don't even know how many times, on the first hit and the second hit, and then the third hit is what I call the clap. It's going to do 41 to 62. So there you see, it's got pretty good radius. We're even hitting this guy over here, so that's cool. Secondary attack is called Summon Invention. This has roughly a 12-second runtime. I think on impact it's 51 to 77. It's going to do 3 to 5 roughly 8 times. Oh, I'm sorry, no, a ton of times. Oh, I have 3 to 5 to 8. What? That must be the energy. There's a whole nother layer of complication of this guy I've not gotten into. So, there's that. And again, the numbers are just, they're coming up not on 2 sides, but 3. And that's where it gets hard for me to tell what's going on. So there's 51 on the impact. And then when this thing times out, I think it blows up at 41. Let's see. Yeah, so that's a nice, that thing's amazing, box stock actually. So 12-second runtime, 51 to 77 on impact, 3 to 5, I don't even know how many times, 41 to 62, termination is what we'll call that. So let me get 3 to 5 to 8 out of there. Alright, now, one of the most simplistic things that will get complicated later based on what I just read, in his upgrade list is the jump attack. You would think, okay, he's going to jump and swing, or is he going to do something cool? Check this out. Both blades over the back, over the shoulder, to the ground, with the pound and the damage, 77. Critical on that's going to be 116. Love, love, love. Since they added jump, I expect a jump attack every time, and we got it. Now, if we look at these, press X to slash XXX for chainsaw combo. Okay, cool. Press B to summon an invention. The invention's attack speed scales with energy. This attack consumes all available energy. If you're down here, you're like, what? You know, there's no other meter. His health is 240. You know, the cog isn't spinning. There's nothing going on. I've got to go to Fizzland, by the way, to get his Sky Chi. But we've got to go in here where we have dummies. Like the real gumball dispensing dummies. Man, I can't breathe. And I sort of pieced this together a couple nights ago, like I was saying. And I finally figured out what they mean by energy. So, if we come over here, there's that lady. Is she there? Yeah. Spyro557 said that this lady hasn't been here the whole time, that she appears after you do the Enchanted Elven Forest. So, that's her story. It's a shame you can't interact with her, like I said in the comment back to him. Seems like maybe that's something they would add in the future. I don't know. But basically, you saw downstairs, I kill stuff, nothing happens. Now, if I come in here and we do that, oh, that stuns him too? 2 seconds. I could understand getting hit by a chainsaw stunning you. Okay, so I killed him, and there's that blue thing, right? So look at my saws, look at the blue thing. The blue thing is energy. I now have like 1 energy. So now, I do 2 to 3 instead of 1 to 2. Looks like it's still 2 seconds stun time. And if I jump, it's still 77. That's cool. The secondary attack, I think, goes up too. Yep, 5 to 8. And note that it created energy because it killed that guy. So if... Why can I not pick that up? Okay, cool. So let me kill this dude. Okay, there it is. Oh, I can't pick that up? Okay, well that's not too bad. We can at least isolate that. So, let's see. Will this consume my energy? It did. So, he's dead. It creates energy. I can pick that up, and I've got it charged. He's dead. It creates another energy. We cannot. We can have one piece of energy right now. So that's going to get consumed. Now, I don't want to grab that, and I want to see if that does. It still does 5 to 8. So I guess it hinges on... Gonna do this. Okay. No, 5 to 8. Well, I guess the invention can pick it up. Is that the catch here? It must be. I'm going to stick one over here. And I'm hoping this guy gets hit by it. Oh, it sucks him in. What have we done? I don't even know. Okay. Alright, well, that is that. That is energy, and apparently we can have one piece of it. How long does it last? While counting to 20, I also yawn, so I'm being productive. I'm thinking it will be perpetual until we expend it. And I don't think we can expend it just by using the blades. I think we have to use an invention. So now when I do the invention, we get that. Can I have 2 inventions at once? I cannot. That should terminate that one. It looks like that has... the energy crystal. Could you please go around, sir? That way. Okay, so this should be standard. That's lasting a lot longer than 12 seconds, is the thing. So... the more the merrier! I got 13 that time. I guess we'll just roll with that. So that's... that complicated mess is our box stock upgrades. Attacks, if you will. So now, base upgrades here. We're going to get started for 500 with running with chainsaws. Hold X to cut through enemies while running around. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And I'm going to love being able to hold this. So... oh yeah. Oh yeah. Remember, you don't run with scissors, you do run with chainsaws. That's about 7 seconds. Let me count again. What? Stop listening. Okay. Don't know how that even happened. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6. It's like 6 to 7 seconds, so we'll go with 6. We'll do the worst case scenario. And now what I want to see is what damage we do. Let's check the primary. Still 1 to 2. 5 to 8. And it's amazing. If only I could do this better. I want to get him over here. It does lift him into the air just like a real chainsaw should. Oh, that's great. Loving it. Cool. 6 seconds. 5 to 8. Lifts enemies. And then 1 energy, which we'll kill this guy with our overhead slam. Make sure it's doing the same damage. Oh, and the overhead slam launches enemies too. So now we have 1 energy crystal. Let's see what running with chainsaws does now. So 5 to 8 still. Okay, well, aren't I stupid for putting that in the spreadsheet? That was simple enough. I'll take it. Don't guess it would have any impact on the secondary there. So, granted, I mean, imagine this. The enemies get sucked in and then you do that. It's pretty crazy, right? So, up next is the tertiary attack. It is called Thunder Slam. It should be awesome. My fear is I hope it doesn't jack with our jump attack. I'm guessing it won't right now, but we'll see. 700 is the price. You're going to press Y to leap into the sky and strike down at a targeted location. So, first thing we're going to do is make sure we have the attack we love. Got it. Cool. So now I'm going to press Y. Oh, no way. This is too good. Well, it only does 20. All that and it does 20, but still. So, 1 Mississippi, 2. 5 seconds. I'm going to call it that. So, 5 second off screen. Strike down 20 to 30. That is pretty cool, I have to say. And you can press Y, so if I want to go up and down, just all over. I guess technically you could do this and cheat the game a little bit. If you're off screen, enemies can't really hit you.
What should I say?
So, and you can travel like this too. I wonder if you can go over. You probably will have to go up the stairs, but let's find out. Yeah, you do. I was thinking if you could like go through walls or something, it would be awesome. But yeah, we can basically, like I said, you could just manipulate things with this. And I'm sure we could wreak havoc on the training dummies. But that's a pretty sweet attack, I've got to say. And most importantly, we can still use our two-saw slam. I guess we should call it that, right? And check out those nicks we put in the canvas there. Very cool detail.
Oh, and don't forget
After that, we have improved energy hoarding. This is where things are going to get crazy. Increase the maximum energy cap. And I'm guessing that must only impact the box stock chainsaw combo and the box stock summon invention, because running with chainsaws was not impacted when I had the 1 energy crystal. Thunder Slam. You know what? I guess we should. Let's try that. So I'll kill that guy. I just need energy. So I've got 1 piece of energy. Now we're going to do the tertiary attack. 32. Dadgummit does. Well, I mean, that's great. It's just one of those deals. Oh, how long is he stunned? Let's find out. Not long, apparently. Okay. Let's get rid of that crystal now. So you get rid of the crystal. Okay, perfect. So I've got to edit Thunder Slam now. Strike down 20 to 30. 1. I'm going to put 1E for energy just to make the spreadsheet shorter. It's going to be 32 to 48. So that's a pretty big jump, 20 to 32. And now we'll go back. And I actually want to look at the final base upgrade. Hitting an invention with Thunder Slam causes it to explode. Okay, I think we'll be okay to take this first. So for 900, we're going to get improved energy hoarding, increasing the maximum energy cap. So right now we're capped at 1. I'm guessing this takes us to 2. I'm thinking you might have 3. If you look at the triangular areas on the blades, like I guess right by the arrow, there's like 3 fairly large areas. The bottom one, I guess we won't count, but let's come in and do this. We're just gonna get this guy. and get a piece of energy from him. Cool. So I've got one, and it fills it up about halfway. Maybe 2 will be the max. I don't know. I didn't bother to really refresh the upgrades there. So now I could finally pick up the second one, and I would say these saws are maxed out. It doesn't show here, sadly. I'd say there is another tip though. So now we're going to be doing 3 to 5. Okay, so we cannot pick up the third one. That's what we needed to know. So improved energy hoarding can hold 2 energy. Let's see here. 2 energy. I'm going back up to the top of the spreadsheet. What is it? 3 to 5 a bunch of times. Running with chainsaws, still 5 to 8, so that's good. The jump attack, still 77. Can't pick that up. So, let's see. 2 energy, it will be 3 to 5, XX. Clap hit. I'll just type that in. So I need to get the clap hit here. We're going to 1, 2, 57 to 86, I'm guessing. That's what it looks like. That is correct. So clap hit, 57 to 86. That is up from 41 box stock, so plus 16 just by having the second energy. That's not a bad deal at all. Running with chainsaws again is fine. Thunder Slam. Let's see what we're doing with this bad boy, shall we? 44. Loving that. I just want to kill a guy with it. Sweet. Dun, 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 dun. There you saw the critical, so it works pretty well in that regard. Critical again. And we'll let Genius come up the stairs here. And he's dead, and I cannot pick it up. We're still at 2 energy, so... Thunder Slam. 1 energy is 32 to 48. 2 energy is equal to 44 to 66, right? Wasn't that what we were doing? Kind of. I want to make sure. Yes. Cool. Let's quickly eradicate this guy. Alright, now. We've done everything except summon invention. So, what we need to do here is semicolon 1 energy equals, and then semicolon 2 energy is equal. So we're gonna do, we've got our 2 pieces of energy, and I don't know if that means I can spawn 2 inventions, or we just get an extra powerful singular invention. I'm guessing it will be the latter. Okay, we lost all of that. It's still 5 to 8.
What can I say? I'm a
Huh.
god.
Weird. Okay, so we got 1 there.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back up to 2. And what I need to see now is exactly how much we do when it gets thrown down. Whoops, wrong button. 51. That's the same thing. Okay. Huh. So that's gonna still be the same, I guess. Is the duration longer? Is that the catch? I'm not sure. We'll find out. I'll just wheel through these guys, get our 2 energy crystals, and we'll take it from there. So there's the number 1. There's number 2. Let's see how long this lasts.
The more the merrier.
Like roughly 14 to 15 seconds. So I'll do 14 seconds, I guess. I don't know. Maybe like slightly longer than a box stock one. Let's move on now and come in. Final base upgrade here is Overload. Hitting an invention with Thunder Slam causes it to explode. Let's pick that up for 1200. Thunder Slam is actually increased by whatever energy we've got. So what we want to do is get this guy that, I don't know if I can do this. The 30 would not have been the number we were looking for. You know, we might, well, I was gonna say I need to go downstairs, but then I couldn't get the crystals, was the problem.
If only I could do this, fair little lady.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Let me get this over here. I'm not seeing damage out of that. Come on now. The 30 is from Thunder Slam anyway. So, if I do this, Invention, and then we... What? Did I just jump on it and kill it? I think I did. What? So you can jump on an Invention and kill it? What's the point in that? Like, is it just so chain reaction doesn't get hurt? Does anyone know this? Does anyone even try? So that exploded it. It did nothing to the dummy or me. Let's do this again. I mean, I can tell it's exploding. What damage we're doing, I couldn't tell you. We're getting nothing out of it. Like, no damage number. It's so hard to fit this thing in the arena, too. I mean, it's possibly doing 5 to 8, is all I could tell you. I've got 2 energy. I don't know if we can carry them outside or not, but we're going to find out. I'm guessing since it's a load screen, it won't carry it out, but honestly, who knows until we try, right? Man, this could have been a fairly short video if I wouldn't have talked about the air conditioner, but I feel it's pertinent, and also I feel like my voice is getting worse as I go here. So my apologies about trying to snort the whole time, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So, and I really need to shower. Like, my arms are, like, anytime I like rub my nose, I like transfer filth. So we did not keep the energy. That was to be expected, but let's try this. If I just plain jump on it, it's gone. Can I just walk into it and kill it? Yes. Okay, well. If I Thunder Slam it. Okay. Interesting. Not Thunder Slam, but the 2-Saw Slam. Now if I Thunder Slam. I mean, you can tell it's exploding, but for the life of me, I'm not seeing any special damage. I didn't see anything aside from what should have been there. Huh. Not really sure what the point of that is. I guess maybe it knocks enemies up. I mean, did we have a 12 there? Was that what's going on? Okay, there is that a 20 or a 112? That was just 30 from Thunder Slam itself. 168. Finally, I got what I was looking for. So 168 is important. 112. Okay. I don't know why we couldn't see that upstairs. Maybe it was there and I just couldn't see it. 112 to 168. And then energy 1. Alright, let's, now that we know that, I've showcased pretty well everything. Let's do, that's the primary, there's the clap. Secondary attack, you know what that's going to do, it's going to be the 5 to 8, right? Again, I can hopefully be able to count that somehow. We don't get any energy crystals from those guys. Default Thunder Slam looks like that. It's a really cool attack, in my opinion. You've got, if you look close, it's like a spinning gear, and then lightning bolts rain down, and then there's like a shock wave that emanates out of that. I love everything about that. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's unique, not super, well, I mean, Spyrized. You know, a couple others go off screen, but it's not a very frequent thing, right? So that makes it special. We've got this attack that I love, the two-saw slam, I guess as we'll call it. And let's see here, running with chainsaws now. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, this is great. That's so great. Did I put how long you can hold it? Yeah, 6 seconds. Okay. Lifts enemies as well. We can hold 2 energy. And now I'm going to see if I can get a 112 to a 168 to show up with the stupid dummy. And then if I can, we'll try to go through and get energy 1 and energy 2 numbers, if there even are any, and there may not be. And the problem is, we don't know till we try. But if I don't see a 112 or the 168 here, I think we'll take off and just call this good. And then what I might do after I take whichever path I pick, we'll probably run through an arena or something and not have to worry about leveling him up. Well, I guess we do. We need it to be box stock, but we'll try it there. So I'm going to throw that out. I'm going to come over here. Was that the 112 and I'm not seeing it? I guess is what's happening. 160. Okay, so we're getting it now. And I have 1 crystal on me. So let's let that guy dissipate. Okay, thank you. So with 1 piece of energy. I saw nothing there. I saw nothing. I don't know if it's because we're consuming the energy when we do the device. Like, alright, so if I've got, well, now I've got 2 energy. So when we build that, we consume both of them. And lovely, just missed it. So let's get another one. Alright, 1 more. Boom, we got our 2 energy crystals. Got the dummy. I spawned that in. It ate both energy crystals. I didn't see any number that was special to that, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. There's our 2nd energy crystal. We're fully charged. Let's get 2 dummies in here. You know what? Let's get 4 dummies just to maximize our chances, right? So I'm going to stand at the edge. We're going to point that towards the middle. I'm going to do this. I'm going to line it up. I saw 168 there. So, I'm thinking we're good. I think we covered everything there is. I'm guessing overload will clip out at that point in time. Well, actually, if I get 4 dummies again, bear with me here, and we kill the first 2 and I have 2 energy crystals, or kill 1 and have 1 energy crystal, we could potentially... It would be very rare that you could pull it off. I think there's a slight chance you could, but yeah. I think we've covered everything we really can with chain reaction here, at least to the best of my knowledge at this point in time. There's many times I feel like we're doing that and we're not getting the bonus damage, and there's nothing I can do to rectify that.
And don't forget
So, X slashes, we know that. This attack consumes all available energy. So, technically we can do that box stock and not lose anything if we don't have any energy. And then we can hold 2 energy and it just does that. So the 2 energy, what do we have there? Basically it's the primary attack. The jump attack is not phased. Running with chainsaws is not phased. Thunder slam, I guess we do extra. So the primary and thunder slam, the tertiary, are basically the only two impacted by that. But it is of note. And what I want to do now is look at the path names. So lightning chainsaw combos, fantastic. I can change that from for the greater good, which is of course Dr. K. Lightning chainsaw combos. So that's going to improve the chainsaw techniques, and then down below, Manic Inventor. Alright, so let's quickly come in and look at these. Melee attacks create 3 charged bolts. I guess that's bolts of energy. So that would take it up a tier automatically, which would then, I assume, do more damage for the tertiary and the primary. Improved charge bolt. Chainsaw melee attacks create charged bolts whenever an enemy is damaged. So that would just create tons and tons of bolts that I guess as long as you walk into, you're golden. And then chainsaw combo finishers. XXB for a rush combo, XXY short circuit berserker. That's sounding pretty good. Let's come down here. Increases the maximum energy cap. Doesn't it seem like that should be up here since you're increasing, you know, the number of bolts that we get? Just my thoughts. Inventions explode upon deactivation. Alright. And inventions emit electric shockwaves. You know, I might take Manic Inventor first, reset him, and hope that I like the top path better. My logic for that, these are super cool, and it sounds like the explosion and the shockwaves would be very beneficial. This in turn would probably benefit the primary and tertiary, which I love the tertiary attack. But the bottom line, I feel like Summon Invention box stock isn't really that bad, especially with the impact and the termination damage being so high. And then if I can just, I guess, always keep the chainsaw maxed out and then have combos, that would be cool, assuming the combos work. You know, but it would be the more simplistic thing. And the other thing drawing me this direction, he's a swashbuckler, yes, that's part of it, but he has 2 chainsaws. This man is holding chainsaws. His beard are literal chains. I'm just kind of inclined to go that route, I guess, for simplicity and the sake. It ties in with his pose better, in my opinion. Lightning God is a soul gem. That's going to be amazing, and it'll work well with either path. And that should be OP regardless. So maybe that's what we'll try to do. And then I guess if we totally miss the mark, I'll just come in and reset him again. Which I'm at a point now where Chain Reaction is somebody I wouldn't mind having 2 of, just because I really like the aesthetics of the guy. But having to do an air conditioner is expensive. So it will be the reset approach we have to take here. But yeah, these are the base upgrades. I think we got everything. Could have missed something. I'm kind of hot and miserable, and I also can't breathe, and I'm fighting off sneezing pretty frequently here. So if there's anything I missed, let me know. Also, which path did you pick and why? If you've experienced both of them, which one do you prefer and for what reasons? Similarly, if you picked Manic Inventor and you love it so much you don't want to reset, tell me why. Same deal with the top path. If you like lightning chainsaw combos so well, you wouldn't even fathom taking or exploring the bottom path, let me know. But we'll showcase both either way, hopefully wind up with something that'll work well for us. But honestly, with this right here, if I could just extend the time frame with that and have the Thunderslam tertiary, I'd be pretty happy, coupled with the jump attack. So that said, man, I've got to end this. I need to shower. What that will do is make my nose run really bad, but then maybe I'll be able to breathe a little bit better in the end. So hope this helps you out. Hope you learned a little bit about Chain Reaction here. He's a very complicated man with his energy stuff. And then what's weird is it doesn't apply across the board to all of the attacks like you think it would. But hey, what can you do? Oneofwisdom.com is the website. SkylanderClub.com is the forum. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. You can like me on Facebook. Circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. We'll come in the next video, which I guess will be out Saturday. I guess will be Manic Inventor. So stay tuned for that. Then we'll come in. The next one will be his top path. Might do Jingle Bell Chompy Mage, might continue on with Imaginators. I just keep hoping that regular Chompy Mage and then Robo and the Lost Imaginite Mines both magically show up here in America. I can ascertain them and hopefully play and enjoy them in an air-conditioned room. None of those things might happen, is the other outlook, but hey, try to remain optimistic, I suppose. So, nonetheless, thanks for watching. I'll catch you back here for the next installment of Skylanders Research. Adios.